Hey friends, it's Kiana. I'm back with another story time. This is the story of how my cat Jinx jumped on the crystal tables and knocked over one of my crystal shelves while I was live streaming on Instagram. Yeah. So this was back in 2023. I was living at my old apartment. It was a tiny, squishy, one-bedroom apartment. I was living with my boyfriend and I had 2 cats at the time. Now we're up to 3 and it is chaos. But it's always been a little chaotic. So one day I was live streaming on Instagram as I usually do. And my cat Jinx jumped on the table as she usually does. I was following her around with the camera. Everybody in the stream was like super excited. They love when there's kitty appearances. So I was just panning along with her. She's running around sniffing crystals, blessing them, being super cute. She was probably about 2 at this time, but she was really graceful on the tables. The kitties, well, the girls tend to be very mindful when they hop on the crystal tables, which I do appreciate. Something about this time felt a little different. She didn't have zoomies or anything, like she was just kind of wandering around. And then I saw her stop in front of one of the crystal shelves and I'm like, that's a little weird. Why is she looking at the shelf like that? And little did I know she was calculating. She was plotting. It's actually one of these shelves back here. So little Jinx is like right over here, so, just kind of peeking at the top of the shelf. So in my old apartment, the way I had the streaming set up, since it was a 1-bedroom space, the streaming room was basically the living room and a chunk of the dining room. And there was this little divider in between the living room and the dining room with this little shelf. I had a couple like personal crystals up there just to keep the vibes good. So little Jinx is like eyeing this shelf over here and she hops on top of it. And I was like, oh no. I started panicking a little bit and everybody in the stream didn't really see a problem with it until she jumped from this shelf onto that little side ledge. And as she jumped, these shelves were not secure in the wall, so the whole shelf just fell forward. I was in shock. My jaw dropped and then it kept dropping and I was like, Jinx. Mind you, I was live, so I had to play it real cool. But there wasn't really much to be done. The shelf fell forward, all the crystals fell off the shelf. I had this little glass display bowl with some palm stones. It shattered. There was broken glass all over the table. Yeah, it was a mess. And everyone in the stream started freaking out. They were like, oh no, oh my gosh. And I looked up at that little shelf. Jinx was gone. She was gone, not sitting nowhere in sight. She was just poof. So yeah, I'm live and I'm like, okay guys, well, I am gonna hop off for a quick little break. We'll be back right after these messages. Everything is fine. Everything's great. And so I started wrapping it up. My boyfriend ran out because he heard the commotion, he heard the crash. He was like, what happened? I was like, give me a minute. So yeah, I wrapped it up pretty quick. We had to clean up all the broken glass. Surprisingly, none of the crystals broke. I was so surprised. There were a lot of really fragile pieces. It was a bunch of like really fragile towers. And they all took a tumble, but none of them broke. None of the palm stones broke. Nothing broke, just the glass bowl. And so yeah, unfortunately, I really wish I was screen recording that live. Since that incident, I have started recording my lives just, not necessarily to reminisce, but to reminisce, to just really see what happened because it happened so fast. And so many people hopped in the second part of the stream were like, what happened? I was like, I don't even know where to start, guys. It was Jinx. So yeah, that's the story about how my cat jumped on the table and knocked over my crystal shelf. Yeah, let me go grab the culprit so you can meet her. Alrighty guys, are you ready to meet the criminal mastermind that knocked over all of my crystals? Come here, Jinx. She is wanted for property damage. I actually made them wanted signs. Okay, let me, All right, she does not like to be restrained. But yeah, that's Jinx. That's the culprit. Alrighty guys, but yes, that is my story time. Since then, I have secured the shelves into the walls, so they are very stable, just to not have incidents like that again. I rarely use glass bowls in my streams these days. Yeah, let me show you guys their wanted posters really quick. So these are their wanted posters. We got Jinx. She's wanted for destruction of property, my crystals, vandalism, illegal consumption of butter. There will definitely be a story time about that. She is wanted for $500 for advertising purposes only, just to clarify. And then we have Autumn. We'll introduce her in another video. She is wanted for public indecency, public defecation. There'll be a story time about that. The illegal consumption of bread, definitely a story time about that. And she's also wanted for $500 for advertising purposes only. And then we do have a third. We have Little Finn. But we'll definitely be having some story times where you can meet those two little criminals as well. But we have yet to make him a wanted poster. But yeah, so you'll definitely be able to meet the other criminals in a future video. Thank you guys so much for watching my story time. We'll see if Jinx wants to say bye to everybody. Jinx, do you want to say bye? Jinx says goodbye and thanks you so much for watching our story time. If you tune into the lives, you might get to see her live as well. But thank you guys so much for watching my story time, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye!